I am taking our Bernedoodle litter to the vet today, which is always an adventure. I'm going to show you the setup that we have to get puppies there. So we have 2 crates with shavings in the back, while puppies and adult dogs would prefer not to go potty in a smaller space. These crates are very big. The puppies will be a little bit stressed being in the car. They have not been anywhere yet. And so they might need to go potty. And this helps to keep them nice and clean. If they do have an accident in there, the shavings almost immediately fall over it, and it just keeps everyone clean. And we find that this is a great way to transport them. This is a smart cap, which is air conditioned. And so the dogs have their own separate air conditioning system back here, which is awesome. And I can monitor it inside the cab of my vehicle. On the sides, there are also windows that can open up on both sides. I can also open this and get inside pretty easily and have additional storage, or if I need to get dogs inside and then reach in to work with a dog that's on a tether or a doggy seatbelt, I can do that. But we are going to be using the air conditioning today. The puppies are going to the vet today to get their health certificates so that they can fly. We want to make sure that everybody's feeling good before they embark on their great adventure. Are you guys ready to go to the vet? It's gonna be super fun. We're all ready to go on our great adventure. Okay, I'll be monitoring you guys from inside. I can just barely hear them back there. Poor babies. We have arrived at our teeny tiny little veterinary clinic, which is great. The doctor is absolutely amazing. We do have to go to larger veterinary clinics if we need more technology, but they've got almost everything we need here. So I just got to the veterinary clinic, and lo and behold, here's Dara, who also works for Little Angels, and she's picking up a dog that was just neutered. And we're like, oh, hi! So small town, but also we have a lot of dogs. All the puppies are super chill in the back and taking little naps. We're just waiting for our turn to go in. And the reason that we get these health certificates is just to confirm that the puppy is healthy to fly. We have a special program with Alaska Airlines. They take excellent care of our puppies when they head over. If we're sending puppies, we can send 2 of them in a crate. That means that since I have 7 puppies, 1 of them will be alone. Maybe we'll call it like the VIP kennel and they get extra space while the other ones will be playing. And they are only going to be on a flight for about 2 hours, and then they land in Seattle, Washington, where they are cared for overnight by a really experienced woman that helps with layovers, and they get to stay there overnight. She's going to make sure that they're fed and that they get groomed if they need to, and then she puts them on another flight in the morning, and then they're on that flight for about an hour and a half before they arrive in San Diego. And then our site director in San Diego is going to be picking those puppies up, and they're going to stay at the San Diego ranch for a number of days until they go back up to the prison program. And then when they go to the prison program, we have some very joyful inmate trainers that are going to be receiving one of these puppies. Actually be put with 2 trainers. There's 2 trainers per puppy, and then those trainers will be working with the puppies for around a year until they are done with that program. And then they come back out of the program and they go back to the San Diego ranch, and then they are assessed by our trainers Sometimes they're put into foster homes after that, just to make sure that they are living in an individual's home or family's home, just to get a lot of different experiences, and they get to go on lots of field trips at that point. Our wonderful inmate trainers are working with the dogs on all of their obedience commands, and they also learn tasks. So they're learning things like how to open doors, how to do alert, how to turn on lights, how to retrieve items. So they come out knowing quite a few things. It's just that they haven't been a lot of different places. They've met a lot of people, but just haven't been a lot of places yet. And that's where the fosters come in. And then in the assessment period, sometimes the puppies are released, and we don't expect every puppy in a litter to graduate. I don't believe we've ever had that happen, where every single one graduated. So any dogs that look like they should be pet dogs, sometimes they're released while they're in the prison program, and sometimes they're released after they come out for assessment. And then the puppies often will get dispersed, where they will go to our other regions to finish up their priority training, where they go and live in a trainer's home. And so if I'm lucky, I'll get 1 or 2 of them back here in our Texas region. And I can't wait to see the pictures and the videos of them. If they don't come back either way, I just want to see how they grow up, because they do get near and dear to your heart when you have whelped these puppies and have seen them, be born and then work with them through this developmental stage. They're 9 weeks old right now. And the next time I see them, they're probably going to be about 1 year to 1.5 years. She's been such a good girl. All the little puppy shavings are coming off. The one downside.
She looks good. Looks real good. Let me take her for a moment, get them to scan that chip number. I'm going to put that on there.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Just 6 more to go.
And it's a systolic murmur, which tells us that it's going to either be a subaortic stenosis, pulmonic stenosis, or it's going to be a septal defect in the atrioventricular septum. It can be an innocent murmur, meaning that it goes away after the puppy gets a little bigger. Okay. It could be a persisting problem. And so I would wait a little time, see if it goes away. If it doesn't, the only way you really know then is get an echocardiogram.
And what age would you recommend that we have him listen to again?
Usually by probably 4 months, the murmurs have gone. If they're going to go away, they will be gone by 4 months of age.
Okay.
In the vast majority of cases.
And then if it's not, we get an echocardiogram, and that'll tell us.
It will tell you specifically what the murmur is, the significance of the defect causing it, and then that will allow you to get prognostic information about long-term consequences. Okay. And that will have to be done at a veterinary cardiologist.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. A little hint of an overbite, but that'll probably correct
like
itself.
very close.
Let me see if I can. Sometimes those correct, sometimes they get worse as they get a little older.
He's my favorite. I don't tell the other puppies that though.
This one, that tail does not stop.
Yeah, I filmed it earlier. Just like all the little wags. What a day it has been. A big adventure for those little puppies. On the way back from the veterinary clinic, they did really well in the car. I didn't hear a peep out of them. And when I got them out, some of them were even taking naps. It's only a 10-minute drive. So it was a brief nap, but at least they were becoming relaxed. What Dr. Lott was saying about Mr. Orange, the puppy who has a name based on the color of his collar, he has a grade 2 heart murmur. There are grades from 1 to 6. 6 would be something really major and 1 would be minor. He's suggesting that the puppy have another auscultation when he's 4 months old, and if there is still a heart murmur then we would have an echocardiogram to see what exactly is going on with his heart, to see if he needs to have any treatment or what the prognosis would be. But a lot of puppies outgrow their heart murmurs when they're a grade 1 or a grade 2. They're called an innocent murmur, and that just means that because they're still so young, the heart is still developing. So fingers crossed for Mr. Orange that he's going to be okay. So I'm sure you've noticed by now that it is no easy task to get these puppies just through the first 8 weeks of life, making sure that they're healthy, but there was so much work going into their breeding before they were ever born. All of our parents are tested for health. They all receive OFA certifications for their hips, their elbows. We have their spine looked at. We have OFA certifications for their eyes and for their heart, and that helps to reduce any risk of the puppies having any health issues in the future. You will find that any responsible breeder will go through these measures. But then on top of all of the work we've put into their breeding, we also have a lot of work that's going to be going into making sure that they become service dogs. So they're going to receive a lot of work put into them from our trainers and from our fosters. It's a pretty incredible process. And this is an incredibly special litter. We went through great lengths to blend the personalities of not just certain dogs, but certain breeds. We are a unique organization in that we accept recipients who have dog allergies, and thus we need hypoallergenic dogs that will not only reduce occurrence of allergies, but will still have personalities and propensities that work as service dogs. The majority of hypoallergenic dogs are vocal and will alert bark, or simply make a lot of noise just for the fun of it. But service dogs need to be quiet in public settings, which presents a challenge in any organization that wants to help people with dog allergies. While no breed of dog is completely hypoallergenic, this litter should be low shedding and will have less standard cause allergy reactions. There are also always expenses when raising a litter of puppies, but there were more complexities in producing this incredible litter, which is a blend of 3 different breeds. The mother is an English cream golden retriever, and their father is the Bernedoodle, which is half Bernese mountain dog and half poodle. He's had the genetic testing showing that he should produce puppies with a furnished coat. And now we are so blessed to have a company come along beside us to help cover some of these expenses. Catalyst Pharmaceuticals has made a generous donation which helps us cover the costs of breeding, well-being, medical care, and even transportation of these precious pups. Catalyst employees submitted 29 theme names for the litter, and one creative employee's suggestions went out. This is now the Candy litter. The puppies are hereby named Razzle, Heath, Reese, Tootsie, Kit Kat, York, and Hershey. We want to give a big shout out to Catalyst for helping us not only support this litter, but for choosing such adorable names for these pups. We couldn't do this without your generous support. If you like the content in this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and that'll let me know that we should make more like this. I'll see you next time.